Hello, Tom Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're going to be doing another macro recorder. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so if you guys have other ones that you want to see, definitely let me know, because they tend to be pretty popular. This one's called VoiceAttack. Obviously, the link to their website will be in the description below. Depending, you might need to download this. I will also throw that in the description. This is pretty straightforward. It just kind of runs through. There's some images here. Very easy installation. But you might need this just in case. I'll have that in the description below. But when you try to run the program, it will pretty much probably tell you that you do need it or not. It will just work. So yeah. There are two versions of this. There is the free version, and then there is the purchased full version. The free version still honestly does quite a bit. It doesn't expire or anything as of right now of filming this video. For the purchase though, it's got some pretty good stuff. It's only 10 bucks. Yeah, there it is. $10, which for 10 bucks, it's pretty much worth it. If you're going to be using it a lot, but if you're just kind of using this as like one-offs and stuff, the free version is absolutely amazing. So just click download. You'll end up with, let me find it, this kind of stuff right here. So you just run through, oops, this one right here, the installer, just run through. It's a basic installer. This is that one that I showed you that you might need. You just run through that installer, and then you'll end up with this, the actual shortcut, if you put it on your desktop, which I did. So let's go ahead, let's run this one and take a look. So right now, a lot of this wouldn't be there. This will be here unless you have the free version, which I do. So you just push register if you want to go ahead and pay for it, or if you already have. If not, you push go. You'll get another message box. These you can put do not show anymore. I just have it here so you guys can see kind of what's going on. But we can just push close. We'll get another one. Go ahead, push OK. That's just like about if something's not working correct, you can use security feature to disable it. So let's do some tests here real quick. All right, it seems as you can see the bar moving right here, it is picking up my mic. I wasn't sure if it would just because I'm using it for recording, so that's kind of cool that it's able to do that. We'll test that for that, because we can say stuff like hello, hello. There we go. So it recognized hello, as you can see here. Hopefully you can kind of see this on the screen. I'm already pretty zoomed in here. But you probably didn't hear that just because I don't have my speakers on, but it would have replied back to me just now. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk about the voice first, because that's kind of the main functionality here. Yeah, we go to settings, go to audio, or no, recognition. So as you see at the very bottom, it says Windows Speech Profile. It's set to My Profile. This is through the Windows system, so you can click Utilities right here, and then go to Speech Engine Training. And that's going to open the default Windows system training guide. So you just run through here, you kind of talk, it learns your voice. So I recommend doing this for better usability. And then you can change it between profiles if other people are using your computers. That's how you do this. And I'm not going to run through all these settings, but there's a lot of good settings here. There's a lot of adaptability with this program, which you usually don't see in a lot of macro recorders. A lot of them usually it's just kind of like, look, here's how it works. But this one gives you a lot of customization, which is awesome. So I'm not going to run through all these. That's the one I wanted to point out just because that's kind of important for making this work very well. So definitely check that out. So back on the main screen here, I have my profile here. This in the free version you cannot change. You only have one profile, and a profile example would be two different things really. One is like maybe you want to have a profile for work, one for gaming, or even more specific for this game and that game. You can do that. Another one you can do is, or I guess that's it actually. I don't know where I was going with that one. But you can click Edit Profile. And this is where all your like commands and hotkeys are going to be. So here's that hello one I said, where it would repeat back to me or say good day to you. So obviously you can change it to whatever you want. You can duplicate, but you can just go into edit and do that. So it comes with a lot of really cool default ones that you can do. Like you can say like calculator. I'm not sure if it's going to work with this open. Calculator. My profile is probably not working great, but whatever. Calculator. There we go. So I need to train the voice a little bit better, so whatever. But yeah, pretty cool. I mean, it worked very smooth. But if you want, you can go in, you can rename your profile. You can do that here. But then we can do new command. So first you got to choose how is this command going to be triggered. So obviously VoiceAttack, it's more about voice commands. So when I say, etc., do this. When I press, so I personally like hotkey, so let's do a hotkey. So when I press like F1, for example, it's going to be able to do whatever. There's a few settings, do you want it to repeat while you're holding F1? So it's like kind of a continuous thing. Probably great for gaming, I'm sure. We're just going to push OK and keep those. I don't want the when I said. When I push button, that's going to be more for like your gaming controller, where press keys is going to be your keyboard, and then obviously a mouse is a mouse. So when this command executes, do the following. So you can do the recorder down here where we can push start recording, where I can like, right click, do whatever, and then push stop. Now obviously it needs to kind of be like within a program. And this one I've had issues with on actually recording for some reason, so I don't know if it needs to be somehow in a specific command, but if you guys figure this one out, let me know, because I'm definitely missing something very simple with this. I'm not sure, so yeah, whatever. But you can do everything manually, so you can do like key presses, you can, okay, let's say I wanted to type H or I or J. You just start typing on your keyboard and it puts it in there. You can have it hold down for a certain amount of time. Maybe I want to hold it down for, let's say, 5 seconds. That's good. Push OK. And then you can kind of just keep going through. You can put mouse clicks, moves, drags, drops. There's other, which you can put a lot of stuff in here. There's sounds to play. Boo, boo, boo. I haven't gone through all these, but the advanced ones probably some of the best ones. These are a lot of good work ones, like set text value. You can do like the variable name. There's so much you can do, so definitely explore those. Like I said, the recorder one I've been having some weird issues with, but we can add a description. We'll just put it under test. Category is not really going to work on the free trial, I believe. So yeah, blah blah blah. There's a few other things. Once again, just explore. You can edit, delete. But yeah, press H for 5 seconds when I push H or F1. And then you can also create loops, so execute one. Continuous means like if I toggle F1 and then toggle it again, it will stop. So yeah, we can just go ahead, push OK. And that's going to be right here. I guess I didn't name it, but that's fine. But yeah, it should be great. Before I push apply and test this out, a few other things. Import commands, in case you want to share your list with someone. This is kind of like a filter down here. You kind of have to hover over. This is one thing I kind of thought was a little weird. You kind of have to hover over to see exactly what those commands are that you're hiding for the filter. I just thought this one was kind of a weird way to do that, but hey, what do I know? But yeah, so basically that's it. Push apply. And then once you push apply, you can push done. And as you see, it's kind of been going through because it's saying it knows I'm talking a lot but not recognizing anything, so whatever. Now we do need to turn the keyboard on, because if I open Notepad, for example, let me bring that over and press F1, I'm just going to get the regular help guide here, which we don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and right here, keyboard shortcuts are on. We can go over here, press F1, and as you see, it typed the letter H. So this is basically kind of like remapping. It's not really holding that key down, but that might be a functionality within the program of Notepad. But it's cool. You can turn off different things. So like right now I'm talking a lot. I don't really want the voice listening to me. It is still listening to me, but it's not going to be catching any of those commands. So if I say hello or calculator, see, it's not really understanding because it's not watching. Calculator, calculator. But if I turn it back on, calculator. There we go. So you can turn stuff on, and there should be a way, yeah, if you hover over, you can toggle this stuff off through the keyboard. So if you're in the middle of the game, instead of Alt tapping over, you could just do Alt F2. So Alt F2, as you see, is just switching it back and forth. So pretty simple, pretty easy to use. But yeah, I like this program. The voice command's pretty easy once you train it well. And it has a lot of functionality. Let's turn that back off. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about this, definitely let me know. If I get over 100 likes on this video, I will purchase the $10 full version and do a full tutorial on this, on all the functionality, and just dive way deeper into it than I did in this just short video. So definitely like it, and I'll hopefully we'll get there to that point, and I'll do a follow-up video. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, see you on the next one.